But
no, I'm being honest. Like, people are probably going to either take my side or be really pissed off at me. But it's like, and I don't know.
The girls will take your side. Yeah. The guys will take Ben's side.
But it's like, I do not ask for. I'm not the person
you don't
that's
really
like,
ask for anything.
No, and I don't ask for take me out to a weekly dinner or take me to the movies or, you know, do this, do that, the third. It's literally like when I ask for 30 minutes of your time to actually do work. It's not even to talk about my life. It's to do work. You give me those 30 minutes, but you kind of roll your eyes and shake your head and say I'm busy. Like, and like, or like if I'm having dinner, like you sit down, have dinner, and you wait till you wait till I'm done and not go back on the computer. Like, those are the little things that could literally like change our life, like my life, like that.
But what happened this morning?
I made breakfast.
No, we woke up in bed and I didn't hop out of bed and go edit. I waited like 8 minutes.
Whoa.
Can you believe that?
So
isn't that wild?
I think it's a long time.
You have to think about how long 8 minutes is.
And guys,
yeah,
I was
long.
sleeping those 8 minutes.
No, you were not. You woke up. And
if he wasn't busy, because you're not going to be like half busy. Either you're busy or you're not busy.
No, and I want him to be busy.
What would you choose?
Busy, because I don't want to hang out with him all the time anyways.
Okay, how about this? Would you...
Like, that's why I do choose to go to my parents, and I do choose to hang out and have my friends over and, like, just hang out. That's totally fine.
Yo, I'm going to give myself credit right now. I don't know how we got down this rabbit hole, but every big life event... Every big life event, you did not just do that. No. Only you could hit your teeth on the microphone. Every single big life event that you've ever needed me for,
no, and
I've been there.
Yeah, Bubby, you have. You're a really good husband.
I even showed up for that brunch.
But I'm saying, he goes back to like random things that like, just like scarred him, and he just brings it up like I'm supposed to cry.
They didn't scar me.
Okay, but I'm not saying that. I'm just saying in the past month or two, it has been almost so gnarly. You have been so gnarly, it's kind of scary.
I'm working harder now than I've ever worked in my life, and I love it.
And that's good, but all I'm saying is like,
I'm sleeping like a champ though.
Yeah, thank God, because this guy wasn't sleeping for a while. I don't know, whatever. You just justified, so you made me feel bad.
I'm not making you.
Yeah, you are.
I'm not justifying either. I'm trying to just be as real as possible on this podcast. That's it.
And I am too.
Real, straight up
Ben
real.
needs to hang out with me more.
Because if you overpromise, you're in trouble. You might as well just be bluntly honest and say, I want to work. I'll enjoy this. It's going to be good for our future. And then, you know what I mean?
I put my number at 40, and I've talked about this tons of times. Like 40, I'm gonna ease off the gas. Probably won't.
I'm 40.
Because and look at Jamie.
Yeah,
Jamie's about to be 40 and he's just going harder. Like
40's not even old anyway.
No, it's not
40,
at all.
You'll get to 40 and go, man, I don't feel 40.
Yeah.
And then you just...
Well, you don't even look 40. Well, 40, we always say, like, I watch a lot of, like, reality TV, and I always say, like, at 40, some of these guys, they just got on a show at, like, 35. And then by 40, they're just getting into the swing of things. And then, like, 45, and it's, like, wow, because it's, like, you think... When you grow up, you think that 40, you should...
It's so old.
So old, you should have your career. You should know by 55, you pretty much should be, I'm going to get to retire in a year or whatever it is. I don't know.
Yeah.
But now, it's like people look younger, so they're able to, like...
I just think we've also worked out that, like, guys take a long time to actually mature. You're actually starting to be in your peak at 40.
Yeah, we're totally mature a little
Even as
earlier,
a guy, though, you think, when I'm 30, I'm going to have this, and you get to 30 and you're not there yet. You're still going.
I think 30 is a good number to, like, own a house, though.
Yeah, 100%.
I think, but what's the saying? Your 20s are for burning, your 30s are for earning? Something like that.
Yeah, there is.
It's kind of true.
There is a thing. Let's look it up.
Yeah. So you get to 40 and you're just like, I'm not where I want to be completely in life, and you just gotta keep going.
20s are for learning, 30s are for earning. So learning is, you were right. Is that what you said?
I said burning. I was thinking of Mackie.
I reckon I've learned more since I've been 35 and onwards as well.
Yeah.
Like in a short amount of time too.
Well, here's something that I learned through.
Realize that your bulk of your savings will come in your 30s. That's pretty crazy to think about.
Because you're getting wasted in your 20s.
Not necessarily, though.
Well, no, I'm reading an article about
Well, I guess, here's what I learned. A lot of brands, because I work with a lot of brands, and they actually won't take you seriously they'll take you more seriously if you're 30 or in your 30s, because they'll be like, yeah, this guy's established, he's professional, he's mature, he's not going to go rogue on us. But, like, a lot of big brands aren't going to hire a 22-year-old kid because they're like, even if this guy's famous, like,
Where's he
never
going next?
you never know what's going to happen.
Well,
And then
you can't
40 is kind of old too, because they might not touch it because you're 40 as well. Just like how much longer has this guy got left?
Dude,
so it's a very fine line.
You know what I think is cool though? What I'm seeing, I think the trend is getting older.
No, it is.
Like, I really do.
Look at all the massive podcasters right now. Like, just if
They're
we're on
like
the podcast,
44 years old.
They're like 40. Because what do you mean
Yeah.
older than that? The
Yeah.
guy Tim Dillon, whatever his name is, like he's blowing up and he's literally like 50 something probably, or maybe
Yeah.
maybe he's like 45.
Yeah, yeah.
Because of the experience and
Yeah.
stuff
Yeah.
too. You really know what
Andrew
you're talking
Solch
about. You
is
don't know what you're talking
39,
about.
38.
Yeah.
You got all these people. Casey Neistat is 40 something.
Well, look at, I mean, even in surfing, it's definitely one of the most young sports where people usually retire, but Jamie's 40 and he's probably at the prime of his career right now, and you'd never have thought that 10 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Well, like, look, I'm just like looking at people's ages because like I know Jamie's with him. Look at Mason Ho, he's 34. So,
yeah,
like,
he's like a little older than me.
he's a little older than you.
He's in his prime
and
for
he's
sure.
in his prime too,
Yeah.
because like I feel like people know him more now.
Oh,
than
full
maybe they
household
did.
name.
For
And it's
sure.
like he's 34. You think he's gonna
Well-
stop anytime soon?
Well, no, and at 24 they were like, well, what's Mason even going to do? And now at 34 they're like, dude, this guy crushed it.
This is
Like,
who he is,
yeah,
and like he's just killing it.
totally.
Well, because like literally Jamie's in that place, Waco, with Mason.
Oh yeah,
Shane,
yeah.
And
well, look at Shane Torrey.
that's what I'm saying. They're all technically older.
Yeah.
But I think at your 20s, you're literally just there to surf or what in the surfing world.
Yeah.
You're just there to surf, win contests. But like, yeah, no one takes you seriously because it's like, well, he's a 20-year-old.
What else you got? kind of
Yeah,
thing.
like
Yeah.
there's no substance behind a 20-year-old.
Yeah, totally.
So I think everybody is in their prime. Right? Yeah. But whatever, it's good. I
Well,
like
dude, there
looking at
was
people's-
there was this guy that came up to me at the movie, and he had to be 70.
Yeah. So
something.
the older guy at the end.
He had to be 72 years old, and
He
he was
wasn't.
just so vibrant and stoked. And I was just like, dude, that's 40 years away from me right now.
Mm-hmm.
What a legend.
Yeah. Well, and I think too for you and like our like people that watch the vlog and stuff, it's like they're not just young kids, and I feel like if you pigeonhole yourself with young kids too, it's like we have such like a wide variety of people
Yeah.
that it doesn't like you can have a career while you're older because there is people that are like 70s like loving you, you know? So it's like,
Well,
and you have kids that love you so they can follow you the whole time.
my career happened by accident, but I don't have to do. First of all, I'm never going to be able to do a backflip. Well, maybe not never, but I don't have to do a backflip. So at 52 years old, technically I could be riding the wake of a nuclear submarine and it would be just as cool as what I'm doing right now, which is pretty interesting to think about.
Yeah. That's for anyone. It's not just us. I feel like even for people that might be like struggling, like, oh, I'm 30 something and don't know what I'm doing with my life. It's like doesn't matter because like
No.
literally tomorrow you can wake up and be like, oh, I figured it out.
Dude.
Like it or like just trying all these different things, and at 35 you're like, okay, this is what I wanted to do my whole life, and I just realized like it's
Dude.
not a big deal anymore.
Over the next 5-10 years, we're going to watch a lot of older people reinvent themselves, and we're going to be like, whoa, I never saw that coming.
Yeah.
Like, and it's
Because you kind of have to, right?
Yeah.
35. Like, it's not just, what am I going to do? You're like, I kind of have to do something because you got your own bills, you got your own place, you might not be cheap. Like, you literally need to get creative and just go, all right, I need to make this work somehow.
people start making decisions to survive instead of decisions to try to be seen.
Yeah.
For sure.
For sure.
And then that's where the magic happens sometimes when your back's against the wall.
Yeah. Just operating way sharper and thinking clearer.
Yeah, dude.
Well, yeah, we definitely. I mean, everyone. You learn. Yeah, you're more sharp.
You live and you learn.
Well, don't you feel like you get, especially in our business, how many people do you come in contact with just from working with me, like in a week? How many people on a given week?
A lot of
Like
people.
dozens, hundreds probably.
Yeah.
And that every person that you talk to and every situation that you navigate through makes you better at what you do.
Yeah.
And it's really crazy interesting.
Yeah. I mean, we probably said it on here before, but I was even telling someone the other night that girl that was from New Zealand, I was just telling her like how I think it was her, because she was like, oh, it's just so interesting being around all these people and like being up here and like learning, because she was at the sea change thing.
Oh, okay,
and
yeah.
I was like, yeah, like it's like we always say that like we surround ourselves with people that are like more successful and more innovative and all these things, because like without those people, like we would just be stuck in this like box of like doing the same thing and not realizing that people are doing way cooler things and way more crazy things than us. And like you have to be like, we want to be like them. We don't want to be like just like ourselves was yesterday.
Yeah.
Like if that makes sense.
Well, I really appreciate the friendship I've been able to create with Jamie, because there's no jealousy on either side. Whereas like a lot of people sometimes in the comments want us to like go like be kind of like competitive with each other.
Yeah.
And we are to a certain point, but it's all in good fun. But like I've learned so much from him, and he's learned so much from me, and it's like such a great like just bouncing it back and forth.
Give
But like he's so much more, like when I started, he was leagues beyond more successful than me, and to get with him
Isn't that crazy?
and just see what he does and stuff is like, I learned so much, and just like it helped me grow up, I guess, is kind of what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
He's kind of he's a random wealth of knowledge. Like you wouldn't expect it, but he's got more than meets the eye.
I mean, because he's been doing the business aspect of surfing for a really long time, where he was ahead of the game in that way. Maybe not the vlogging thing.
Yeah.
But he was able to take surfing and not be on the tour.
Yep.
But
make it work
for however long he's been able to do
and
that.
not only make it
5 years, whatever.
Yeah, not only make it work, make it explode.
Really work. And because like Kelly Slater was able to make it work and have all these businesses afterwards, but he was also on tour, so it just fell into his lap in a way.
There's never going to be another Kelly, because like who's going to take that much time to do all those contests and stuff, you know?
Well,
it's
it seems like Kelly has been wanting to. I love how we always go back to surfing, but Kelly has been like John would be like as good at surfing, correct?
Yeah.
If not better.
Yeah, probably better.
But he doesn't seem like he's invested in the sport of surfing like Kelly has been invested. Like John's invested in his own career in surfing.
Yeah.
But he would much rather be on a sailboat.
I think Kelly secretly bought the WSL like 30 years ago, and no one knows. I think he just owns the WSL, and that's why, because he's kind of the face of the brand in a lot of ways.
100%.
You know,
without him.
Yeah.
And I think without Kelly, the tour would be cool, but it wouldn't be the same. Like everyone's like, dude, Kelly's still in. Like it's kind of sick. Like he keeps it alive, and he keeps
who
it.
is that level?
Yeah.
John, I guess.
Yeah. I mean,
they should just make like a tour for like you guys.
A soft top tour?
No, not like a soft top tour, but like you, Jamie, like Mason, like all 30, the people that like are never on tour. But like
32 of just like the most interesting people.
Yeah.
That would be sick.
Just for like 2 weeks. You know how they do those like
or just
Stab
like
just did that.
Just a 1 day contest.
Yeah.